At the start of the drama, we see the female lead Tang Su, who is a delivery girl. In the present, Tang Su is very fat, but she wasn't always this way. Now we see a past scene in which Tang Su was the leader of a famous girl group that had a lot of fans. But because of a fake scandal with a director, all her popularity ended, meaning Tang Su's fans started hating her. But there was no fault of Tang Su's in this, she was just being framed. But no one believed Tang Su's words, not even her manager. So, coming under this tension, Tang Su started eating a lot of potato chips and cookies, due to which she became very fat in no time. Tang Su's weight had increased so much that people couldn't even recognize her, meaning Tang Su suddenly disappeared from the industry. Now, no one knows where she is. In the present, Tang Su was getting sad thinking about all these things when suddenly she saw her crush, whose name is Yan Zi, on TV hanging out with his team member Meng Meng, who are dating each other. Seeing this, Tang Su became even more sad and started thinking, my crush Yan Zi also doesn't believe me. That director scandal was fake in which I was framed. Just then, Tang Su gets another delivery order. Seeing it, Tang Su says, what was supposed to happen has happened. But in the present, I have to do a delivery job to run my house. In the next scene, we see the male lead Huang, who is the owner of a very big entertainment company and also a big fan of Tang Su's group member, Meng Meng. That's why he always keeps Meng Meng's photo with him. And right there, Tang Su came to deliver food, but the customer wasn't picking up the call and the door was open. So Tang Su came inside and started calling out. Just then, the food accidentally fell down, and she was picking it up when she was forced by habit. She ate all the food because she was hungry since morning. But when Tang Su realized later, what have I done? She wrote a letter to the customer. I'm sorry, I accidentally ate your food, but I will return your money. But as soon as she turned, she collided with Huang, who was the owner of this house who had ordered the food. Huang looked at Tang Su, then at her belly. Huang thought, surely this girl has stolen stuff and hidden it in her clothes? So he started telling Tang Su, empty your belly. Tang Su explained, nothing like that, I just came to deliver food. Hearing this, Huang looked at the empty food box lying down and asked, then where is my food? Then Tang Su told Huang, here is the whole situation. All the fault was mine. So she cooked for Huang herself and gave it to him. At first, looking at the food, Huang thought, this won't be good. But when he ate the food, he liked it a lot. Huang said, okay, fine. I forgive your mistake and I won't complain about you, but now you leave from here. Hearing this, Tang Su became very happy and said, you're really a very good person, but while cooking I ruined your apron. Huang said, no problem. Put it in the washing machine and leave. As soon as Tang Su left from there, Huang started eating that food again and again because that food seemed even better to him than outside food. On the other side, when Tang Su came near the washing machine, there were a lot of dirty clothes lying there. So she started putting all the clothes in the washing machine. Then she found a folded poster. She asked Huang, is this poster ruined? Should I throw it away? Huang came running and snatched the poster because it had Meng Meng's photo in it. He asked Tang Su, what are you doing all this? Tang Su said, right now I'm free for a few hours, so I thought I'd help you wash all your clothes. Hearing this, Huang thought, how cute she is. He told her, I'm actually looking for a new maid. That's why all these clothes are lying dirty. He asked Tang Su, can you also iron these clothes after washing them? Tang Su said, all this will take a lot of time. Huang said, but I will also pay you. He asked Tang Su, how much money do you get for one delivery? Tang Su said, 5 yuan. Hearing this, Huang was shocked. So little money. He said, I'll give you a full 100 yuan. Just do all my work. Hearing this, Tang Su immediately agreed to wash and iron the clothes. After this, Huang relaxed, took a bath, and started looking at Meng Meng's photo and got lost in his thoughts. On the other side, Tang Su completed all the work. And when finally all the work was done, she went to his room to put his clothes away. Then, by mistake, she came to Huang's secret room where there were many photos of Tang Su's team member Meng Meng. Seeing all this, Tang Su was shocked and understood. This guy is a huge fan of my team member Meng Meng. And just then, she also saw her own photo there, on which many arrows were stuck. Seeing this, she was very shocked. How on earth is my photo here? That too in this condition. Just then, Huang also came there and he was very angry. Why did Tang Su come to his secret room? And when he opened the window, Tang Su saw another photo of hers on which many arrows were stuck. Tang Su asked Huang, what is the reason for all this? Huang said, I don't like this girl at all because she can do anything for money. She had an affair with her director, which ended their group, and my Meng Meng had to face a lot. And besides, she was also very rude. After this, we see a past scene in which Tang Su was very worried because she wasn't getting any work. So in anger, she threw chips at Huang, and on top of that, she said to Huang, sorry. Hearing this, Tang Su in the present was very shocked, meaning I've become so fat that even my hater can't recognize me. Tang Su imagined that Huang was throwing arrows at her and killing her. her. She thought, before he recognizes that I'm that girl he hates, I should get out of here before that, and everyone will find out that I look so ugly now. Tang Su said to Huang, I've done all your work now, so let me go. Huang said, yes, but take the money. But Tang Su didn't stop and said, I don't want money. Just then, she accidentally broke Huang's expensive vase. Huang was shocked seeing this. Tang Su said, crying, I didn't break it intentionally, but I'll still pay you for it. Huang said, it was very expensive. Tang Su said, no problem, however expensive it is, but I will definitely pay for it, because I may be poor, but I'm not a cheater. That's why I'll give you the money for this honestly. Saying this, she left from there. After this, when Tang Su went to the shop, she found out the price of the vase, and she was shocked. That's why she came back home and tried to join that vase with glue herself. Just then, there was a loud knock on her door. Someone had come to take the rent. Hearing this, Tang Su became even more worried because Tang Su had neither money nor a good job, and her life's problems were only increasing. In the next scene, Huang's employee was telling him about many maids. There are many maids, and they are perfect. But Huang was refusing him, saying, I never like any maid's work. And then lovingly, he started looking at Tang Su's work, which according to him was absolutely perfect. Just then, Tang Su came to the door to say, sorry, I couldn't get the vase fixed, and came inside and gave Huang some money. She said, right now, this is all the money I have, but I'll give you the remaining money very soon. But I just need 7 or 8 years' time. Hearing this, Huang started laughing. She's so cute and innocent, he said. In 7 or 8 years, the value of the vase will increase even more, which will make it even more difficult for you to pay. I've prepared a deal for you. Huang gave Tang Su a contract to sign. He said, you become my maid, and I'll give you good payment for this, meaning 15,000 yuan, with which you can pay for the vase soon, and you can also live in my house. Hearing this, Tang Su was shocked because the salary was too much. She said, why me? Hearing this, Huang started thinking, I can't tell her that she's so perfect at cooking and cleaning because then she'll start showing attitude. So he said, because you're fat. Hearing this, Tang Su found the reason quite strange, and then she was about to happily sign the contract. But then she stopped because if Tang Su wrote her name, Huang would recognize that she's that girl he hates. So Tang Su changed and wrote a different name. After that, Huang told Tang Su all the rules and said, the first rule, you're being given a room so that you do work on time, meaning be available 24 hours. Second rule, food should be good in taste and also look good. And third rule, you'll have to do whatever I tell you. Huang made Tang Su shoot arrows at his photo. Because Tang Su was also good at archery along with other work, Huang said, wow, you're so amazing. After this, at night, Huang also told Tang Su the fourth rule, until I don't sleep, you won't sleep either. Because of this, Tang Su had a lot of problems. In the next scene, Tang Su was making breakfast for Huang and giving it to him when Ming Ming came on TV. Seeing her, Huang became very happy. And just then it was shown that Yanji also came on the show. Seeing this, Tang Su also became quite happy because both their crushes were on TV together, so both started watching the show very attentively. Just then, Meng Meng proposed to Yanji in front of everyone. Yanji didn't want to accept Meng Meng's proposal, but in front of everyone, he had to say yes, meaning now these two had officially become boyfriend and girlfriend. Seeing this, Huang got so angry that he dropped the bowl in anger, and Tang Su also stood shocked. And when Tang Su came to take the bowl, Huang noticed her tears. He asked, why are you crying? Tang Su said, because I remembered a story. There was a stupid girl who liked a guy like the moon very much, meaning that girl knew that the prince would never meet her. But still, she would come in front of the prince on some pretext so that she could see him once. Then in the present, she said, forget it, you won't understand this. Why, does this seem funny to you? Just then Huang said, not at all, because liking someone is not funny. Rather, we should respect everyone's feelings. Hearing this, Tang Su became very emotional and started crying loudly because Tang Su hadn't thought that Huang would make her feel comfortable with his words. Huang gave Tang Su a tissue in a very strange way, which Tang Su used very hard. Huang said, she only looks cute for a few seconds. Now Tang Su's mood had become bad, so she turned off the TV. But Huang wasn't letting her do that because he wanted to watch Meng Meng for some more time, which is why they both fought and both fell on each other. After falling down, both were looking at each other carefully. But later, Huang shouted loudly because Tang Su was very heavy. And just then, Huang noticed her face looks like the popular Tang Su. And then he said, no, it can't be. And then he pushed Tang Su back and left from there. As soon as the boss left, Tang Su breathed a sigh of relief. Thank God the boss didn't recognize me. In the next scene, it's shown that Tang Su was coming back to Huang's house after late-night shopping when two guards started chasing Tang Su, mistaking her for a thief. And Tang Su started running hard and fell, and her leg got hurt. Just then, Huang came there and told his guards, this is my new maid, so from now on, no one will stop her from coming and going. Because Tang Su had already gotten hurt, He picked up Tang Su and carried her. Tang Su asked, "Boss, I'm very heavy. Are you not tired?" Huang answered, "No, I'm a man, and men never get tired," whereas Huang's condition had become very bad, meaning he couldn't carry Tang Su at all. So he was moving forward very slowly, so slowly that another lady passed them. As they got closer to the main door, his strength gave out broke. Just then, he fell down with Tang Su. Tang Su was trying to get up, but she fell on Huang again. Huang said, "Please don't kill me. Get up slowly." Tang Su started getting up carefully, but she fell on Huang again, due to which Huang's condition became even worse, so bad that he couldn't even walk. After this, Tang Su helped Huang by taking him to his room, and then Tang Su took care of Huang all night so that he could get well as soon as possible. After this, when Huang's eyes opened in the morning, he was impressed seeing Tang Su sleeping next to him. "How much she cares about me." In the next scene, Huang was talking to his assistant. The assistant said, "Boss, you have a blind date today that your mom has arranged." Even though Huang didn't want to, he had to go to his company to meet the blind date girl. He also forcibly took Tang Su with him. But when it was found out that the blind date girl was none other than Tang Su's group's third member, Lizzo, Tang Su was shocked, and she quietly tried to run away from there. But Huang didn't let her go anywhere. Rather, he made her sit next to him. And after this, he asked Lizzo, "Give your introduction." Lizzo asked in surprise, "What do you mean, introduction? Meaning, are we meeting for the first time?" Huang looked at the photo and remembered, "This is Meng Meng's friend." Huang said, "Sorry, I was a little confused. That's why I couldn't recognize you." Lizzo started recognizing Tang Su a little, and Tang Su was also hiding her face again and again. Lizzo asked, "Who is this girl?" Huang said, "She's my maid." But after looking many times, Lizzo understood that this was their friend Tang Su, who had now become fat. After Huang left, Lizzo asked Tang Su, "What is the reason for your condition?" Tang Su told Lizzo, "I didn't get any other job due to which I stayed at home and became fat. Now I don't have any money at all. I don't even have money to pay house rent. That's why I'm working as a maid at Huang's house." Hearing Tang Su's whole condition, Lizzo felt very sorry. Lizzo said, "You were in such a big problem till now, but you didn't tell me. Rather, you disappeared by ending all contacts. But don't worry, now I've come, and I'll also fill your house rent." Hearing this, Tang Su became very happy and thanked Lizzo. And just then, Huang also came back and started saying, "Seeing these two so close. I went to the washroom for a while. How did you two become so close?" But Lizzo cut off Huang's talk and talked about buying Tang Su. "How much money will you give your maid to me?" Huang said, "Sorry, Tang Su is not for sale, and I've signed a contract with Tang Su." Tang Su also started supporting these talks. Hearing all this, Lizzo became quiet. Lizzo came out angrily, and Huang's assistant Zhou met her, who was very attractive and handsome. That's why Lizzo gave her heart to him at first sight. And Lizzo was so impressed by Zhou that she wasn't leaving his hand after the handshake, she was just looking at him. In the next scene, Tang Su told Lizzo about Huang's illness. Huang has face blindness, meaning he can't remember people's faces. Hearing this, Lizzo was surprised and said, "Oh, that's why whenever Huang meets me, he reacts as if we're meeting for the first time." Tang Su said, "Hey, what are you saying? He can't even recognize his own mom." After this, we see a past scene where Huang was talking to his mom on a video call, and he mistook his mom's maid for his mom. Tang Su was standing far away watching this scene. And then one day, Tang Su found Huang's medical report while cleaning. And then Tang Su said in the present, "That's why Huang still hasn't found out that I'm the famous idol Tang Su." Lizzo was also listening to these things in surprise. After this, as soon as Lizzo came out, she met Zhou, and while talking to Zhou, she left from there. When Tang Su came out, Lizzo had disappeared from there, so Tang Su started looking for her. Just then, she saw a poster of her crush Yanji. Just then, she remembered how Yanji had taken her around this building for the first time, and then she was very happy with Yanji. And just then she heard a song. Listening to it, she came to a studio where she saw Yanji, who was practicing a song. But when Yanji asked, "Who's there?" Tang Su started running from there. But Yanji didn't let her go and asked, "Who are you after all?" Just then, Tang Su quickly put on a mask and said, "Sorry, I came here by mistake." But when Yanji saw the bracelet in Tang Su's hand that he had once given to Tang Su, he asked Tang Su, "How on earth did this bracelet come to you?" "Because I gave it to Tang Su." Tang Su said, "Actually, I'm Tang Su's big fan, so she gave it to me." Yanji asked, "Really? You've met Tang Su? Then quickly tell me where she is and in what condition, because I want to meet her for some important talk." Before Tang Su could say anything, Huang came there, who heard all the talks. So, pushing Yanji back, he said, "Don't touch her." Yanji said, "Boss, don't come between me and this girl. This is a matter between us two." Then, Huang said, "She's my maid, so no one can meet her without my permission. And you definitely can't. Ming Meng's boyfriend." Saying this, he took Tang Su and started leaving from there. On the way, they met Zhou and Lizzo. Huang said to Lizzo, "Sorry, I'm canceling the date because you and I are not perfect for each other," Lizzo said happily. I also wanted to say the same thing to you. After this, Huang made Tang Su sit in the car and started taking her back home because he didn't like Yanji at all, the one whose bracelet Tang Su had. Huang asked Tang Su, "What's your connection with superstar Tang Su after all, that she gave you the thing given by Yanji?" Tang Su also told Huang the same thing. "I'm just Tang Su's fan. That's why Tang Su gave me this bracelet." In anger, Huang took out that bracelet and threw it outside, saying, "I can't tolerate at all that my maid wears something given by Yanji." Tang Su shouted loudly and stopped the car and said, "Boss, you're really very rude. Okay, I agree you don't like Yanji at all, but throwing someone's thing out like this is not a good thing." Huang answered, "Yes, I'm very rude. That's why I did this. And now you can also get out of this car." Tang Su got out of the car and started looking for her bracelet everywhere, but she couldn't find it anywhere, due to which she sat right there and started crying. That's why Tang Su remembered that day. On her birthday, she was very excited to meet Yanji, and Yanji had lovingly brought this bracelet as a present for Tang Su, which Tang Su also liked a lot. But now Tang Su was very sad because of losing that bracelet. In the next scene, when Huang found out at night that Tang Su was still looking for that bracelet, he also went to find the bracelet because he felt very sorry for his mistake. And there, both collided with each other. Both were shocked seeing each other. Tang Su asked, "Are you also looking for the bracelet?" But he denied it and said, "I came to get fresh air." But Tang Su still started cleaning the leaves stuck on his clothes because she knew that Huang had come to help her. But as soon as Tang Su saw an insect, she quickly climbed on Huang. Both were feeling for each other. But just then, Tang Su got down and asked, "Boss, why couldn't you recognize Lizo today?" Then he started avoiding the topic, saying, "Today her face was quite normal, that's why." But Tang Su said, "Boss, just stop," meaning, "I've already found out that you have face blindness." Saying this, Tang Su ran away from there. Huang shouted and stopped her because his big secret had been exposed. Now ahead, Huang's assistant, Zhou, who had come to talk to Huang about business-related matters, but he kept staring at Tang Su, which Tang Su found quite strange. "Has he recognized me?" But then Tang Su left from there. Zhou said, "Boss, famous actor Yanji is ready to agree to all our demands, but only on one condition, that in return, he wants to talk to your maid." Hearing this, both Huang and Tang Su were shocked. And right there, on the other side, Yanji remained worried after meeting Tang Su. Just then, Meng Meng came to meet him, who was trying to get close to Yanji. But Yanji ignored her and said to someone on call, "Why am I not being allowed to meet her after all? When meeting that girl is very important to me." Hearing this, Meng Meng was quite shocked. Who is Yanji talking about after all? That's why Meng Meng gave Yanji coffee and asked, "Have you forgotten that we're boyfriend and girlfriend?" Yanji said, "I'm very tired. That's why I want to rest. Please, you also go to your house and rest." Meng Meng left, but she told her assistant, "Find out about that girl." After this, Huang, who was neither making eye contact with Tang Su nor talking to her, that's why Tang Su said, "Boss, don't worry, I won't go to meet Yanji." Hearing this, first Huang became happy, but then he said, "But why? Don't you want to meet your favorite idol?" Tang Su said, "Because you want me to meet that Yanji?" Then Huang got nervous. What if she goes to meet Yanji after I leave? So he also forcibly took Tang Su with him to the company. Tang Su asked, "Boss, what's my work at the company?" Huang said, "You'll get a lot to learn there. Do you want to always remain my maid?" Meaning, I was thinking of making you my secretary. Hearing this, Tang Su became quite happy and looked at the bracelet in her hand, which Huang had given her. Because even after searching a lot, they couldn't find the bracelet given by Yanji. So Huang brought and gave Tang Su another bracelet as a sorry and promised, "Now I will never hurt you. Rather, I will always take care of you like a good boss." That's why now, remembering all these things, Tang Su started blushing. And then as soon as these two reached the company, there was a crowd of their fans who had come to see their favorite idols. That's why seeing all this, Tang Su remembered, that time was so good when I also had a lot of fans, and they liked me and my voice so much. But now, thinking about all this, she became sad. But just then her eyes fell on a board on which her team member Meng Meng's photo was made. That's why seeing this, Tang Su understood, Meng Meng is also going to come here, so I should leave. But just then, Meng Meng had also come there. So Tang Su ran away from there on the pretext of the washroom and went to the washroom and thought, "But why am I running?" Meaning, seeing my fat look, Meng Meng won't recognize me. And then as she went out, Meng Meng was standing in front. Seeing this, Tang Su was shocked, but Meng Meng didn't recognize her and moved her aside and went to the washroom. On the other side, assistant Zhou, who was suspicious of Tang Su, got all of Tang Su's details taken out, from which he found out that Tang Su was the real superstar, Tang Su, who had become fat. That's why he was just about to tell Huang about this. But on the way, Lizo stopped him and said, "Are you really going to tell Huang the truth about Tang Su?" Hearing this, Zhou was surprised and said, "Meaning you also knew about this?" Lizo said, "Yes, and I want you to also keep this thing a secret." Zhou said, "Why?" give me a reason why I should keep this secret. Then Lizzo pushed Joe against the wall and said, is this reason enough? Seeing this, Joe was nervous and also very happy because Lizzo had directly proposed to him. And right there, on the other side, Tang Su started going near Huang at the event, but the secretary didn't let her go. Then Meng Meng helped Tang Su to go to the event and asked, you're our Huang's maid, right? Tang Su answered, yes, and then she went near Huang. Huang also started talking to Tang Su, but as soon as Meng Meng came there, Huang couldn't recognize her because of his face blindness. That's why Tang Su helped him by reminding Meng Meng. Then Huang gave Meng Meng full attention and started telling her about the event because he was Meng Meng's big fan. And then Huang asked Tang Su, today I must have impressed Meng Meng because I'm so rich and intelligent. But just then, both of them heard Meng Meng's screaming. Actually, Meng Meng's assistant got hurt, due to which she had to go to the hospital. Because of this, Meng Meng became very worried. How will I do the show's shooting now? I don't know cooking, she said to Huang. That's why, boss, you find a way now. Huang asked everyone, who knows cooking, who can help Meng Meng? But no one there knew cooking. Meng Meng asked Tang Su, do you know cooking? Then Huang said, yes, I had almost forgotten that Tang Su is the best chef. That's why Meng Meng started requesting Tang Su, please come with me for shooting. But Tang Su was refusing because Tang Su didn't want to come in front of the camera now, for fear that everyone might find out that she had become so fat and ugly. But Huang took Tang Su aside and said, if you help Meng Meng, then I'll give you double bonus. Tang Su agreed and said, but I won't show my face to anyone. Now, after a while, shooting started where Tang Su was having a lot of problems cooking while wearing a mask. But Tang Su still didn't give up. And as soon as Meng Meng tasted the dish made by Tang Su, something started happening to her, and Meng Meng's allergy started. Tang Su couldn't handle Meng Meng, so she took off her mask and threw it. Meng Meng said, you've mixed something in the dish to make me like this. Hearing this, everyone was surprised and Meng Meng fainted, and Tang Su was trying to lift her because Meng Meng was Tang Su's friend after all, but Huang pushed Tang Su away and himself lifted Meng Meng and took her away from there. In the next scene, when Meng Meng regained consciousness, her assistant said, Meng Meng is allergic to peanuts. Didn't your staff know this? Or did your maid do all this intentionally? Then Huang didn't say anything, just said, I'll definitely find out the truth. After this, when Huang came back home tired, Tang Su gave him food so that he could feel relaxed. But Huang asked Tang Su, did you really mix something in Meng Meng's dish? Because now she's your crush, meaning Yanji's girlfriend. Hearing this, Tang Su said, no, boss, I really didn't do anything. Rather, I myself am Meng Meng's fan. But Huang didn't give any answer. So Tang Su came to her room and started crying because she couldn't believe that Huang was doubting her. After this, Huang came to Meng Meng's makeup room to investigate, and he was checking all the places and looking for proof. But just then, he found chocolate in the dustbin, which was a peanut chocolate, and after checking the CCTV, it was found out that that chocolate was bought by Ming Ming's assistant. That's why, seeing this, Huang understood the whole thing. In the next scene, as Tang Su woke up from sleep, she found a letter from Yanji's name outside the door, on which it was written, I'm waiting for you in the park. Now to meet her crush, Tang Su quickly reached that park, but Meng Meng came there. Seeing Ming Meng, Tang Su started leaving, but Ming Meng asked, how long will you run after all? And stop acting. I recognized you a long time ago. Hearing this, Tang Su was shocked. And on the other side, when Huang read Yanji's letter, he was surprised. Has Tang Su gone to meet Yanji quietly? And right there, on the other side, Tang Su asked Meng Meng, if you found out, then why didn't you tell everyone that I'm the real Tang Su? Meng Meng didn't say anything to this. Now we see a past scene. When Tang Su was outside the company that day, Meng Meng had already seen her. And Meng Meng had already found out from her assistant a long time ago that the girl Yanji wanted to meet was none other than Tang Su, who had become fat. Now, in the present scene, Meng Meng said, I was acting, not recognizing you, so that I could easily trap you in the show incident. Hearing this, Tang Su was shocked and said, meaning the peanut incident was fake? Why are you doing this with me after all, when we both used to be good friends? Hearing this, Meng Meng said, to hell with friendship, and I never considered you my friend. Rather, I considered you an enemy so that I could snatch your position. That's why I sent you to the director's house that day. Now we see a past scene. That day, Ming Meng had sent Tang Su to the director's house, saying, I'm sick. Please, can you get the file from the director instead of me? And as soon as Tang Su left, Meng Meng called the reporter and had Tang Su trapped. Now, in the present scene, knowing this, Tang Su was shocked and directly slapped Ming Meng. But Ming Meng still didn't stop and said, I've been praying for your destruction from the beginning because I wasn't getting that popularity because of you that I deserve. But you turned out to be even faster than me, meaning you trapped our company's president so that with his help you could come back to the industry. But I won't let that happen. In a while, reporters are going to come here, in front of whom I'll tell your truth, how ugly you've become. And Huang also won't be able to save you because he's only my fan who will only listen to me. But just then, Huang also came there and saw them from afar and went near them. Meng Meng said, acting, "She hit me first." Then Huang told her, "Apologize." Tang Su asked, "Why should I apologize?" Then Meng Meng said, "Didn't you hear? The boss wants you to apologize to me." But just then Huang said, "I'm not asking Tang Su to apologize. Rather, I'm telling you to apologize because I've already found out how fake you are. You intentionally mixed peanuts in your dish and blamed everything on my maid so that you could get sympathy from the public." Huang called Meng Meng cheap and took Tang Su and left from there. Meng Meng kept shouting, "How can you leave me and go with this fatty when I'm your crush?" Huang said, "You're not my crush, rather you were, because I don't like fake people at all who tell lies. That's why I respect Tang Su, because she's not a liar like you at all. Rather, she's honest. And don't bother her at all." Huang saved Tang Su like a hero and took her away. Tang Su started looking at Huang with love. Now at home, Huang drank a lot and asked Tang Su, "What is love after all?" Then Tang Su told him about love and said, "Love is called that for which we start worrying, meaning we can't share our love with anyone, nor can we see them being hurt, because love is such a feeling that makes us realize that we're incomplete without our partner." Hearing this, Huang started looking at Tang Su in surprise because he felt all these feelings with Tang Su. That's why Huang understood, from the beginning my love was not Meng Meng but Tang Su. That's why Huang started kissing Tang Su. But Tang Su quickly moved back and asked him, "Let's dance," because she had understood that Huang was about to propose to her, when for Tang Su, the most important thing was to tell Huang her truth first. That's why after the dance, Tang Su finally told the truth. "I'm the superstar Tang Su whom you hate, but now I can't keep this thing a secret because now I've also started liking you." But just then, Tang Su saw that Huang hadn't heard anything. Rather, he had fallen asleep. That's why Tang Su started smiling and then lovingly started looking at Huang, because she had also understood that in her heart, there was only Huang. After this, when Huang woke up from sleep, seeing Tang Su sleeping, he brought her inside the house, but then by mistake, both their lips touched, due to which Huang was quite surprised. But Huang kissed Tang Su again and then said, "Now it's confirmed that my true love is only Tang Su. That's why I can't control my feelings." And Huang fell asleep right there staring at Tang Su. But when Huang opened his eyes in the morning, Huang found out that Tang Su was not in the whole house, meaning she had disappeared. And then he found a letter on which it was written, "Boss, sorry, I'm leaving without saying goodbye to you, but I'll come back after 3 months." Seeing this, Huang was surprised. Then he told Zhou by calling him and also told him, "This is what happened," and ordered, "Somehow find my Tang Su." Zhou started doing the same. Then ahead, Zhou told Huang, "Tang Su has been found, who is at the fitness center. I'm sending you her address." Then, that very day, Huang reached the fitness center. There, finally he saw Tang Su, who was exercising with all her might saying, "I won't give up. I have to lose weight," for Huang. Hearing Tang Su's this talk, Huang was surprised, meaning Tang Su also likes me, and she's doing all this for me. Seeing this, he was surprised and said, "I'll also wait for her for 3 months." After this, Huang took an oath to wait for Tang Su and started doing all his work himself and started waiting on the calendar for those 3 months to complete. On the other side, Tang Su worked day and night to lose her weight. Now her aim was not to impress Huang, but to come back to the industry so that she could give Ming Ming a befitting reply. And then in the same way, 3 months were completed. That's why Huang was very happy today. "Today my Tang Su will come back home." That's why he decorated the whole house. But Tang Su didn't come back home, due to which Huang became very angry. And right there, on the other side, Tang Su was meeting Li Zhou and selecting a dress, who had become very slim and smart. In the next scene, there was Huang's company's anniversary party. As soon as Huang came out of the car, everyone started asking Huang about Meng Meng. Where is Meng Meng? Because she was missing. That's why all the reporters asked Huang, "Is it true that your maid mixed something in the food? Is it true that your maid is Meng Meng's enemy?" But Huang didn't give any answer. Rather, he quietly went inside. After this, the party started where Tang Su had also come after getting ready nicely, and she started taking food to eat. Just then, Yanji came there and asked, "Do you also work in this company because you seem familiar to me? And what's your name?" Tang Su was shocked seeing Yanji in front of her, and then said, "Sorry, I don't know you." And just then, Huang also came to the party and saw both of them from afar, and came near them and started talking to Yanji. Then, Tang Su also took the opportunity and left from there and said to Li Zhou, "See, that's why I didn't want to come to this party with you, but you forcibly brought me here, so I'm going out to get some fresh air." Saying this, as soon as she came out, fireworks started. Seeing this, Tang Su became very happy, and after a while, Huang also came there and started talking to Tang Su. Seeing this, Tang Su became jealous. How is he flirting with me thinking I'm someone else when I became like before by working hard for him? Huang said, actually, I'm very sad today because my maid left me and hasn't come back yet. So, will you want to become my maid? Hearing this, Tang Su said, no, sorry, you won't be able to afford me. Saying this, Tang Su started leaving angrily. Huang stopped her and said, there are more expensive vases at my house that you can break. Hearing this, Tang Su was shocked because Huang had recognized Tang Su without seeing her, and then both came to the party and started dancing where Tang Su asked him, but boss, how did you recognize me when you have face blindness? Huang said, because there's only you in my heart, and then whether you're fat or thin, I'll recognize you in every form. Hearing this, Tang Su became happy. Huang insisted, show me your face. Tang Su said, what if you don't like me? Just then, Ming Ming also came there, who was very angry because after the fight with Tang Su, Huang had thrown her out of the company. That's why Ming Ming said, I've come here today to demand justice from all of you. Why did our boss Huang throw me out of the company after all, when there was no fault of mine? Rather, his maid intentionally made me taste the peanut dish. Then Tang Su said, no, nothing like that. I'm Huang's maid and I really didn't mix anything in the dish. But Meng Meng didn't stop. Huang said, I thought after that day's warning you wouldn't do anything wrong now, but I was wrong. And then Huang told the public Meng Meng's truth. Meng Meng fainted because of eating this peanut chocolate, which Meng Meng's assistant had bought. Hearing this, Meng Meng was shocked because she had no idea at all that her plan would backfire. That's why, now that nothing could happen, Meng Meng told Tang Su's truth. This girl is none other than our old team leader Tang Su. That's why she did all the drama and got me thrown out of the company. Hearing this, all the people were shocked, and Huang was also surprised and took Tang Su with him and made her sit in the car and started getting very angry at her. Tang Su said, nothing like that. I was waiting for the right time. But Huang didn't believe her. He felt that Tang Su had been using him till now to come back to the industry. When Tang Su started getting out of the car, Huang angrily grabbed Tang Su and forcefully kissed her. Seeing this, Tang Su slapped Huang and left from there. Then, Yanji also saw Tang Su leaving, and Huang had done this in anger because he couldn't believe that Tang Su had been deceiving him from the beginning. That's why, crying, he started hitting himself. On the other side, Tang Su was also very sad. That's why while walking, she also started crying. After this, Lizzo and Zhou explained the whole thing to Huang, saying, this is why Tang Su hid her truth till now, because you hated Tang Su, which is why she didn't want that Huang should be hurt by knowing the whole truth. And she was going to tell you the whole truth, but Meng Meng came and spoiled everything. Hearing all these things, Huang didn't say anything. On the other side, Tang Su, who was still crying very badly, just then Yanji came near her and said, get up and come with me. Tang Su asked in surprise, how are you here? Yanji said, I saw you fighting with Huang, so I followed you here to protect you. And I've also found out that the girl who came to the studio that day was you. That's why I want to apologize that I didn't believe you at all. And I also got into Ming Ming's talks and started thinking that you really had an affair with the director. Tang Su forgave Yanji, saying, at that time I was framed in such a way that all the faults seemed to be mine. So don't take tension. I'm not angry with you. Yanzi, after putting his coat on Tang Su, held her hand and brought her. All this was also being seen by Huang from afar. He came directly and punched Yanji hard. Seeing this, Tang Su was shocked, but Lizzo and Zhou came and handled this whole situation. Huang held Tang Su's hand and asked her, come with me, but Tang Su refused clearly, saying, no. Then Zhou took Huang with him, and Lizzo also told Yanji, leave, and said to Yanji, you go to your girlfriend Meng Meng, and she says, because a guy like you doesn't deserve a girl like Tang Su, who sometimes goes to this side and sometimes to that side. Saying this, Lizzo took Tang Su home and calmed her down and said, don't worry, everything will be fine. Huang is just in shock. And on the other side, Huang, who was still very angry, said, first Tang Su lied to me and now she was with Yanji. Then Zhou calmed him down. And in the same way, some days passed. Huang and Tang Su didn't talk to each other at all. That's why Zhou gave Huang updates about Tang Su and said, boss, today Tang Su got a small role, so will you come with me to see the set? In the next scene, Huang went to meet Tang Su and tried to talk to her, but Tang Su was still angry with Huang because of the kiss incident, so both started fighting. Then, Huang started leaving from there to irritate Tang Su. But he didn't go and started doing a small role with everyone so that he could convince Tang Su. And right there, Tang Su was also acting after so many years, so she had to do one scene again and again. Then seeing this, Huang got angry. How is the director making my Tang Su do the scene again and again? After this, Yanji again came to meet Tang Su and then said sorry to her and asked her, "Let's be friends so that everything can be fine between us." But Tang Su refused and said, "Sorry, now I like someone else who supported me in my bad times. That's why I hope you now forget me and find another love partner for yourself." Hearing this, Yanji got heartbroken. Now after the shooting, Tang Su had become very tired. Just then, Huang also came near her, and both started talking. And in the talks, both said to each other, "Sorry," due to which everything became fine between them. And Tang Su had become very tired, so she put her head on Huang's shoulder. But Huang thought Tang Su was in a romantic mood, so he directly kissed Tang Su. Then he found out that Tang Su had a very high fever, so he quickly picked up Tang Su and took her to the hospital. Now in the morning, when Tang Su opened her eyes, she thanked Huang. Then Huang said, "It's okay, but in return, I want you to become my girlfriend." Tang Su happily agreed, saying, "Yes." Huang once again started kissing Tang Su. Then Tang Su also started enjoying the kiss. Then Yanji also saw both of them so happy and gave up on Tang Su and left. And then after a while, Huang brought and gave Tang Su a contract file in which Tang Su had been given roles for big movies one by one. But Tang Su refused to sign this contract because she didn't want to take shortcuts. Rather, she wanted to move forward with her hard work. And then Huang took Tang Su out and gifted her a big car and said, "I don't want my girlfriend to have any problem coming and going anywhere. That's why you'll have to accept my gift." Then Tang Su had to accept that gift. And then Tang Su came home and told Lizo about this. "Huang forcibly gifted me a car." But just then, a delivery boy came to the door who brought books for Tang Su from Huang's side. Then Tang Su happily took them. And then, again and again, that delivery boy came bringing gifts for Tang Su because Huang had sent not one, not two, but very big gifts for Tang Su, which Tang Su became very worried taking. In the next scene, Tang Su came to an event to sing a song, and the rest of the songs were given to Meng Meng because Meng Meng was still ahead of Tang Su in popularity. But when Meng Meng sang a song live in front of everyone, no one liked it because in the studio, Meng Meng used auto-tune. That's why everyone started leaving from there. Then seeing this, Meng Meng got angry and left from there without completing the show. Then the director requested Tang Su, "Please save our event by singing all the songs." Then Tang Su agreed and started singing songs. Now everyone liked Tang Su's voice so much that all the people came back and started cheering up Tang Su. And after the concert, all the people asked Tang Su, "Please give us your autograph." But seeing this, Meng Meng became very jealous because, again, all the people started liking Tang Su. But just then, Huang came there and took Tang Su with him, and both came back home enjoying a bike ride. But as soon as they came home, Tang Su got bad news. Her house landlord had sold the house, so Tang Su would have to vacate the whole house now. Then Tang Su was worried, but Huang said, "No problem, we'll vacate the house right now." Actually, this was all Huang's plan so that he could take Tang Su back to his house. And then that's what happened, meaning Tang Su went with Huang to his house. Then Huang was very happy about this thing, and then both started cooking together in romantic ways. And then Huang said to Tang Su, "Now this house is yours too. Now you'll live here not as a maid but as Huang's girlfriend." And then both kissed each other. And now everything was going on in their life. After this, Tang Su called Lizo, Meng Meng, and their old director to meet because he wanted, "I want these three to work together as a group." But these three were not ready to work together because now Lizo and Tang Su were on one side and Meng Meng on a different side. That's why all three left from there. But now slowly Lizo's financial problems started increasing, meaning there were some loans that she had to deposit. That's why Tang Su and Lizo agreed, "We will work with Meng Meng as a group." This news went viral everywhere very quickly, and in no time their group came back to its position, meaning everyone started liking them a lot because they felt that Meng Meng and Tang Su had become friends again. But in reality, nothing like that was there. Rather, Meng Meng acted like Tang Su's friend in front of everyone. That's why one day, these three were practicing. And then after practicing, when they got tired, they sat down to rest. But just then, Lizo and Tang Su were called for some work. But Tang Su had forgotten her mobile right there. So Meng Meng, becoming Tang Su, messaged Huang and called him, "Meet me in a hotel room." Huang, seeing the message, went to that hotel room where a lot of food was kept on the table. Huang thought all this was kept by Tang Su, so he picked up the juice and started drinking it. That juice had drugs mixed in it, due to which Huang started feeling dizzy. But just then, Meng Meng also came there and tried her best to flirt with Huang. But Huang also tried to push her and leave. But Meng Meng grabbed him and said, "How can you reject me and go? First, you only liked me." But Huang was trying to keep Meng Meng away from him. And right there, on the other side, when Lizo and Tang Su went to Zhou said, "Hey, what are you doing here? You called the boss to meet in the hotel room." Hearing this, Tang Su was shocked and ran to that hotel room. But there, Meng Meng was found tied up. That's why Tang Su loudly called out to Huang. Huang called out from the washroom, "I'm here!" Actually, Huang had locked himself in the washroom to save himself from Meng Meng. Huang, seeing Tang Su, explained, "It's not what you're thinking," meaning, "I was called here by deception." Then Tang Su hugged Huang and said, "Don't worry, I have complete trust in you." Hearing this, Huang became emotional. How Tang Su trusts me. In the next scene, we see Meng Meng, who was still very happy because she had recorded the whole video of that hotel room. But just then, Meng Meng got a call from her grandmother, whose health was very bad. Actually, Meng Meng had no one except her grandmother. That's why, hearing about her health, she quickly ran from her apartment. Meng Meng's assistant also saw that hotel video in which Meng Meng was with Huang. In the next scene, a shareholder meeting was shown where Huang's mother was there, who was waiting for Huang to come. Before the meeting ended, Huang's cousin, who was always jealous of Huang, played that hotel video of Huang and Meng Meng on the screen and said, "See, Huang is not at all worthy of the CEO position because he always bothers the company's girls." And seeing this scene, all the people were very surprised, and Huang was removed from his position. And Huang's mom also couldn't save him because Huang's mom also didn't know the truth. Then, in no time, this news went viral on social media. And seeing this, Huang became very sad because the position that took him years to make was snatched away in one day. On the other side, Tang Su was also very worried about Huang. That's why she called Huang non-stop. But Huang didn't answer, and he wasn't at home either. Just then, Tang Su found the key to her old house. Seeing this, she understood where Huang would be. After this, she took food items and came to that same old house. Tang Su said, "Okay, my doubt was right. You purchased my house." She said, "You don't need to be afraid or hide because you didn't do anything wrong." Then Huang took a sigh of relief. In the next scene, Tang Su came to Meng Meng's old house to talk to her, and Meng Meng was crying a lot because her grandmother had died. That's why Meng Meng thought Tang Su had come to fight with her. But Tang Su said, "I haven't come to make any agreement with you but to request you that you go and tell everyone the truth that that hotel video is a lie, because at this time only you can get Huang his position back, and now I've also forgiven you. Come on, let's become friends again." Meng Meng agreed, saying, "Okay." After this, it was shown that the public found out about Huang's cousin's actions, and Huang's grandfather threw Huang's cousin out of the company and made Huang the CEO of the company. Now after this, finally, after 1 month, we saw Lizzo and Zhou's wedding, where everyone was very happy because now there was nothing wrong in anyone's life. And finally, Huang also proposed to Tang Su for marriage and told her, "You are very important to me." And Tang Su also happily agreed, saying, "Yes." And both kissed each other in front of everyone. And right here, this drama had a happy ending.